Good evening. Welcome to the 49th ceremony of Arthur P. Schalick High School. Please stand for the singing of our national anthem by Alicia Ellis, Lena Verga, and Carly Vicente. We're here. Hello and good evening, everyone. My name is Steve Chomo, and I'm the class president for the class of 2026. First off and foremost, I want to thank God, because without him, I am nothing. I also want to give a huge thank you to our administration, to my family and friends. I love you guys. Yep, that's them. I also want to give a huge thank you to our administration, faculty, and staff. Your dedication and support truly has guided us to this day. To Mr. Francois, I'm going to miss you, but definitely not those broken eights. And I would like to ask for a round of applause for Schalick High School's graduating class of 2026. The theme I've been asked to speak on is "The World is Waiting." I would like to dedicate this speech to a kid I knew before I came to Schalick. A kid who should be stepping into new life right now, but unfortunately cannot. He didn't make it to sit in the crowd with you all tonight. This 14-year-old kid I knew had a rough time growing up. He constantly was searching for a purpose, for meaning, and something to fill that void inside of his life. Some people told me that he was fine. He had a happy home, family, and nothing was wrong. Yet he told me that every day in his mind and body, he was being torn apart. Sorry. But nobody saw that. In the same days that he laughed, he would cry himself to sleep. Nobody noticed that as others saw his success, he only saw his failures. To anyone else who may be struggling behind closed doors, you're not alone, and please do not be afraid to reach out to someone. When somebody is buried that deep into a hole, nobody expects them to make it out. And if you were to ask people about that kid today, they would tell you that he's just another statistic of an unhappy kid. I am telling you a story because it's true that this kid did not make the crowd today, because he made the podium, and I am that kid. Look right here when you think about that broken kid who hated who they were. That's me, and I have to give all thanks to my Savior, Jesus Christ. That's my purpose, and I urge you to find yours. If you were to tell me that 4 years ago I would be up on this stage speaking to you and receiving my diploma, let alone that I would be alive to do so, I would tell you that you were crazy. And I don't say this to brag or to flex about how far I've come. I tell you this because my experience unites us all and brings me to my topic. The world is waiting for you. You might be thinking, Steve, how does your experience unite us? And the truth is, it might not. But what I do know is that exactly what unites us isn't our grades, how we talk, how we walk, how we look, who we're friends with, or even that we won 4 straight green and golds. What unites us is the fact that we all have opportunity. We have opportunities because the world is always waiting for us, and all we have to do is take a step forward. And you might say, how? Well, in one of my favorite movies, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Miles Morales and Peter Parker have a conversation where Miles says, "When will I know I'm ready?" And Peter Parker responds saying, "You won't. It's a leap of faith. That's all it is, Miles, a leap of faith." Today, I want to invite you all to take a leap of faith into whatever you choose to do next year. Leap into college, leap into work, leap into trade school, leap into military. But make sure you have a purpose in every single moment. Because life is worth living, and the world is waiting for you to take advantage of it. For Schalick High School's artists, athletes, actors, musicians, tradespeople, military, law enforcement, firefighters, dancers, farmers, and scholars. Thank you, God bless, and peace out. Now, please welcome Salutatorian Ava Scurry.
Good evening, family, friends, and faculty. Before I begin, I'd like to take a moment to thank the strongest and most influential person in my life, my mom. Without her constant love and support, I wouldn't be half the person I am today. So as we reflect on our time in high school, graduation is presented as a time where everyone says that everything starts to count. College acceptances, jobs, grades, scholarships, accomplishments, and all the choices that we made that have gotten us to this point. One of my favorite singers and poets is Lauryn Hill. If you've never heard of her, you definitely need to go home and listen. I promise you, it'll be life-changing. In her album, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, she has a song called Everything is Everything. The song is about accepting what happens to you and realizing that your actions have direct consequences. Our entire lives, we've been taught that our actions matter, and that the work we put in today has an impact on the opportunities that we'll have tomorrow. Whether it's the grades that earned us these opportunities, late night studying that granted us good test scores, endless hours of practicing resulting in big wins, or lessons that we learned from our own failure, each of us arrives here. We're all here, graduating, as a direct result of all the countless small decisions that we made that have added up over time. So while high school taught us that our choices matter, it also taught us that none of us arrived here alone. This past March, my dad suddenly lost his battle with cancer. And during the most difficult time in my life, this community showed me what support truly looks like. Teachers were more than understanding and gave me grace when I needed it. My friends were there for me every step of the way and checked in with me when they didn't have to. My peers, most of whom I went to school with since I was in kindergarten, showed me that I didn't have to face his loss on my own. And it's easy to think, in a school with 500-something students, that community is just a word that gets thrown around at a new student orientation. but I experienced it firsthand. Everyone sitting in front of me today showed me what community truly is. It was present in every understanding moment, act of kindness, and in every person who helped me move forward, even when I thought I couldn't myself. So although my dad isn't here in the audience today, the lessons that he taught me and the support this community gave me after his passing helped shape me into the person standing before you now. This is why, when I think about high school, I don't just think about what happened here. Instead, I think about who I shared it with. As we leave here, we're taking all of our achievements with us. We'll take the lessons, accomplishments, and plans we spent the last 4 years working towards. But years from now, when we've all gone our separate ways, and we find ourselves thinking back on our time at Schalick, I don't think that the things we'll remember most can be found on our high school transcript. Lauryn Hill has another song called Nothing Even Matters. The song doesn't mean that things just don't matter at all. It's just about understanding what matters most. So it's not to say that our grades, class rank, and GPA don't matter, because they do, and are a result of our hard work. But I don't think those are the things that'll stick out in 10 years. What will be are the people sitting beside us today. We'll remember who we celebrated our green and gold four-peat with, our teammates who we experienced the biggest wins and most devastating losses with, who we shared the stage with in 9 to 5, who we danced with at prom, and even the people who we sat beside in class. So for years now, we've been looking ahead, waiting for graduation, college, and for the next chapter of our lives to begin. But now these things are finally all here, it's important to remember that the world will always be waiting. There will always be another goal to reach, another accomplishment to earn, and another milestone to chase. But it's been clear to me from these past 4 years that some of life's most meaningful moments happen when we aren't focused on what's going to happen next, but instead on who we're experiencing these moments with. And that's what I think these two Lauryn Hill songs teach us together. Everything is Everything reminds us that our choices matter and help shape our future, but Nothing Even Matters reminds us that when we look back, what matters most will be the people who are with us during these moments. So as you leave Schalick, I hope that you continue to dream big, work hard, and embrace whatever comes next. But I also encourage you to take the time to appreciate the people around you, because one day, the moments that you're living in now will just be the memories that you miss the most. Congratulations to the class of 2026. No matter where life takes us next, I'll always be grateful that we got to be a part of each other's story. Thank you. Now please welcome Valedictorian Juliana Valentino.
Good evening. My name is Juliana Valentino. It is an honor to stand before you today as we celebrate this milestone in our lives. I would like to thank the administration, faculty, teachers, family, and friends who have made my 4 years here so memorable and for supporting me every step of the way. As graduation approached, I found myself reflecting on countless principles worthy of recognition related to tonight's theme, The World is Waiting. In my search, my mind returned to the gentle words of my favorite author, Anne-Mara Lindbergh, in her book, Gift from the Sea. She writes, "One cannot collect all the beautiful shells on the beach. One can only collect a few." And so tonight, thinking about the vast world before us, I offer you 3 metaphorical shells to ruminate on and carry forward: hard work, balance, and connection. The first shell I present to you is hard work. If hard work had a tangible form, like the shells scattered along the shoreline, I imagine it would be weathered and worn, perhaps even cracked in some places, as a testament to the trials it has endured. Hard work takes concerted effort and discipline to keep going, especially when faced with obstacles. It includes keeping your eyes on the goal and seeking out opportunities. Thomas Edison famously said, "Opportunity is missed by most people because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work." To him, opportunity and hard work clearly go hand in hand. He also points out that hard work is not usually glamorous or beautiful, like the broken shells on the beach, but it is the most reliable way to turn our goals into reality. But hard work alone does not suffice. Without taking breaks to recharge physically, mentally, and spiritually, Even our greatest efforts can become difficult to sustain. Considering this, I introduce to you the shell of balance. I envision this as a clamshell, the two halves still joined at the center. Neither side outweighs the other. Together, they create something whole. A pearl's safe sanctuary only exists when both sides are intact. When I think of balance, I am also reminded of a balancing bird, the toy that sits on your finger and gently sways back and forth until it finds its equilibrium and becomes still. One of my elementary school teachers, Mr. Robert Hall, had 3 of these birds that sat on the windowsill in his classroom. At the end of my final year with him, he gave me a bird of my own, which still sits on my bookshelf today. It reminds me not only of a dear friend who has since passed away, but also of an important truth. Balance is not about standing perfectly still. The bird rocks forward and backward before finding stability. It remains balanced not because it never moves, but because it knows how to respond to movement. In the same way, balance is not about giving equal time and energy to every part of our lives. It is about knowing when to work hard, when to rest, when to push forward, and when to pause. It can be far too easy to become wrapped up in the pursuit of success, but true fulfillment comes from maintaining balance and making time for the activities, passions, and moments that bring us joy. Hard work and balance are invaluable, but even more important and rewarding are the connections we form with people. As time passes, specific activities and events begin to fade from our memories, but the people beside us remain ingrained in our hearts. Thus, I offer you my last shell, connection. For me, connection takes the shape of oysters, which adhere themselves to each other to form large protective groups. Being together strengthens them against currents and makes it difficult for predators to pry them open. In the same way, the emotional support we find in those we anchor ourselves to helps us weather life's storms. The encouragement of family, support of friends, guidance of mentors, and companionship of those who care for us provide a sense of belonging and remind us that we are loved and valued. Humans are not meant to journey through life alone. The saying, "No man is an island," is true. We are all connected to each other, and it is often through these connections that we find purpose, resilience, and the strength to keep moving forward. As we leave Schalick and begin the next chapter of our lives, may we cherish the friendships we have built here and continue to form meaningful connections wherever life takes us. As you take those next steps, I implore you to keep these shells in mind: hard work, balance, and connection. But do not limit yourself to these qualities alone. In her book, Lindbergh states, "There are other beaches to explore. There are more shells to find. This is only a beginning." And so, class of 2026, as you walk away from this shoreline and toward the horizons that await you, may you never stop collecting shells. May you continue seeking knowledge, embracing growth, and remaining open to whatever lessons the tide brings next. The world is waiting. Now it is our turn to answer. Congratulations, classmates. Thank you. At this time, I would like to introduce our Superintendent of Schools, Mrs. Yvette DuBois-Tremblay.
Good evening, Board of Education, administration, distinguished guests, cherished parents, supportive families, and most importantly, our graduates of the class of 2026. It's an incredible honor to stand before you this evening. As many of you know, I stand here tonight as a superintendent of schools. But graduates, for most of your high school journey, I stood before you as your principal. For 3 years, I watched you walk through the halls of Arthur P. Schalick High School. I saw you on your best days, on your difficult days, on days when you were confident, on days when you were still figuring it out, and on more than a few days when you were hoping I did not notice what you were doing in the hallway. I've been looking forward to celebrating this milestone with you. And yes, I've missed seeing you every day. And even though the sun is setting on this absolutely gorgeous evening, looking out at all of your faces makes me want to say it one more time. Good morning, Cougars. When I look out at this field tonight, I am filled with an overwhelming sense of admiration. I see a class that has grown from young, nervous freshmen into young adults with defined interest, confidence, resilience, and deep respect for one another. This class is unique not only because of what you accomplished, though your academic achievements, athletic achievements, leadership, service, and passionate performances in the arts have been nothing short of incredible. But because of how you accomplished it. You did it with school spirit, and a lot of that. Go green and gold 4 times. You did it with camaraderie. You did it by showing up for one another in times of need and on a daily basis. You did it by taking care of each other, and you did it with kindness. The theme of this year's graduation is "The World is Waiting," and it truly is. As you step beyond the familiar hallways of Arthur P. Schalick High School, you stand at the edge of endless possibility. Ahead of you is a world filled with new challenges, unexpected turns, opportunities you cannot yet imagine, and moments that will ask you to decide who you are and who you want to become. But I want you to remember this. The world is not waiting for some perfect version of you. It is waiting for the real you. It is waiting for your ideas, your energy, your courage, your kindness, your humor, your creativity, your work ethic, and your unique voice. Until now, your education has been planned for you. Your days have had schedules, and yes, the drop day schedule. Bells, due dates, and most of the time, clear expectations. You generally knew what was going to be taught, how you would be assessed, and what you needed to do to succeed. The funny thing about real life, though, is that it's no longer a daily objectives written on a whiteboard to guide you. Most of life's tests are unannounced, especially the ones involving your character, your ethics, your patience, your integrity, and your empathy for others. And by the way, those tests continue for the rest of your life. Lessons will come in unexpected ways. Sometimes they will come through success, and sometimes they will come through disappointments. Sometimes they will be disguised as opinions from people you may not especially be interested in listening to, but listen anyway. Listen carefully, especially to the unscripted and unsolicited opinions. They're lessons. These moments will help you shape your belief system, your actions, and the kind of person you will become. I would be remiss if I did not tell you that somewhere along the way, you're likely to stumble. Some of you will transition smoothly. Some of you may fall flat on your face. Some of you will be completely surprised by the world that exists outside of our rural town. Some of you may even distance yourselves from this community. But in your heart, you will always carry a bond that cannot be broken. And that bond is Schalick High School. From the moment we worked with this class at freshman orientation, we could tell there was something special about you. Even then, before you fully understand what your high school story would become, we saw your energy, personality, humor, and potential. We knew you were going to be successful, accomplished, and decorated, and you are. But when I think about this class now, I don't just think about the accomplishments listed in the graduation program. I think about the actual chapters of that story. The moments, the laughter, the growth, and the memories that truly made you who you are. To the accomplished and successful kicker, preparing to take the field in college, your rendition of "You're Welcome" in the athletic trainer's office would make The Rock nervous. I'm still convinced You missed your casting for Disney's live-action version of Moana. To the students who started with dance, no dance, or cheer experience, you were like seeds just beginning to take root. And now you have grown into performers ready to bloom on new stages. Then there's the student whose introduction to me involved a song called Wiggly Toes. Imagine that being the first thing you learned about a student. To the blonde I accidentally called by her sister's name time and time again, I'm so sorry, Emily. And just know there was also a time I did not recognize your brother either when he finally cut his hair and put his hood down. Please tell Ryan I said hello. To our gamers, congratulations. You did more than start a club. You pioneered esports at Schalick, built a program, and gave our school another reason to be proud. Keep creating new paths because the world is waiting. To the pilot in this class. Wow. Did you order those planes? You were on track to earn your pilot's license before some of your classmates earned their driver's license. That takes discipline, focus, courage, and commitment at a level most people your age never experienced. Keep soaring, literally and figuratively. To the fifth child, the final chapter of a beautiful family legacy at Schalick. You entered these halls with a name many of us already knew, but you quickly made it your own. Your leadership, kindness, work ethic, personality, and faith were evident before you even officially became a student here. You have carried your family's legacy with grace, but more importantly, you have added your own unique chapter to it. And to the young girl who just wanted to be seen for who she truly was. Yes, we saw you shine on stage. Always be you, because you are successful, you are talented, and you are more than good enough. And to the amazing talent in this class, wow, you are so talented. But more importantly, you are so kind. During a week, when students in other schools around you, not to be named, were engaging in mischievous ways, you showed up on campus with pure kindness to wash your teachers' cars. Those are moments that cannot be copied. Those are the stories that belong to this class. And those stories remind us that a graduating class is not simply a group of students receiving diplomas. You are individuals. You are personalities. You sure are. You are memories. You are growth. And you are promise. And each and every one of you has left a permanent mark on Schalick High School. Maybe you left it on a stage, on a field, in a classroom, in a hallway, in a club, a performance, a friendship, in a moment of kindness, or in the life of someone who is better because they knew you. That is why I believe the world is waiting. Not because you are perfect, not because you have all the answers, and not because tonight magically turns you into adults who will never make mistakes. The world is waiting because it needs people who are willing to show up. It needs people willing to ask good questions. It needs people willing to help. It needs people willing to listen before judging. It needs people willing to stand up when it is easier to sit down. And it needs people who can be both strong and kind. And I have seen those qualities in you. As you encounter the unexpected, never forget what I have reminded you year after year. You are in control of three things: your words, your thoughts, and your actions. Use your moral compass to guide you. Choose your words with care. Guard your thoughts with purpose. Let your actions reflect the person you hope to become. And above all, choose love and kindness. Class of 2026, take a moment right now to look around. Cherish this moment. And as you leave the show waiting, and as you leave to show the waiting world what you've got, I leave you with the words that you know by heart. Make it a great day or not, the choice is yours. Congratulations, class of 2026. And at this time, it is my great pleasure to introduce the principal of Arthur P. Schalick High School, Mrs. Amanda Gaunt-Morallo.
Good evening, members of the Board of Education, Superintendent of Schools, Mrs. Du Bois Tremblay, faculty, staff, families, friends, and most importantly, the Arthur P. Schalick High School class of 2026. Throughout tonight's speeches, a common message has emerged. The world is waiting. The world is waiting for your ideas, your talents, your leadership, and your compassion. Whether your next step is college, the military, a career, a trade, or another path, the opportunities ahead of you are endless. Regardless of the path you choose, the world is waiting for you to leave your mark upon it. As your principal, this message carries special meaning for me. This was my first year serving as principal of Arthur P. Schalick High School, and you are my first graduating class. When I arrived as your principal this year, I quickly learned that Schalick is more than a school. It is a family, a tradition, and a community built on pride. The class of 2026 welcomed me into that community. You allowed me to learn alongside you, celebrate with you, and experience firsthand what makes Schalick so special. Throughout this year, I have watched you lead, persevere, support one another, and represent Schalick with pride. You have set a high standard for the classes that will follow, and your legacy will be felt long after you leave these halls. As you move forward, remember that success is not measured solely by what you achieve, but by how you treat others, how you respond to challenges, and how you continue to grow. There will be moments of uncertainty, but trust yourself. Trust the lessons you have learned, the relationships you have built, and the strength that has brought you to this moment. Class of 2026, thank you for your leadership, your spirit, and the example you have set. Tonight, you leave as graduates. Tomorrow, you begin a new chapter. Go forward with confidence, go forward with purpose, and remember, the world is waiting. Congratulations, class of 2026, and as always, go Cougars.
nothing to fear. It's but 1 second. And just when you're on the verge of success, the sky starts to change and the wind starts to blow. And oh, you're suddenly a stranger. There's no explaining where you'll stand. And you didn't know that you sometimes have to go around an unexpected bend. And the road will calls for me to a new world waits for my reply. A new world holds me to a promise. Standing by, standing by. It's got one moment, that moment you think you know where you stand. You got one moment, the things that you're sure of slip from your hand. You got 1 second to try to be brave, to try to stand tall, but nothing's the same. And the wind starts to blow. And oh, you're suddenly a stranger in some completely different land. You both didn't know, but you didn't have a clue that the surface sometimes cracks to reveal the tracks to a new world. Get a job on the coast. I'm very sure you believe it. You got a pull in the back. You get a part of your life. But then the earthquake hits and the bank closes in, and you realize you didn't know anything. Nobody told you the best way to steer when the wind starts to blow. And you're suddenly a stranger. All of a sudden your life is different than you planned. And you have to stay till you somehow find a way to be sure of what will be. Then you might be free. A new world crashes down like thunder. A new world charging through the air. A new world just beyond the mountains. Waiting there, waiting there. A new world shattering the silence. There's a new world I'm afraid to see. A new world louder every moment. Come to me, come to me.
There are various ways that we recognize the academic excellence of our students. I ask that you please hold your applause until the completion of each category. The top 10 students wear academic hoods, symbolic of their academic achievements. Will Juliana Valentino and Ava Scurry please step to the front of the podium, where they will be presented with the Valedictorian and Salutatorian medals by Susan Cushane Miranda, President of our Pittsgrove Township Board of Education. The remaining top 10 students are Miyako Watkins, Joshua Weiner, Eleanor Blue, Anne Marie Podell, Miranda Hancock, Lena Verga, Kaylin Taylor, and Victoria Bassage. The following students are members of the National Honor Society and can be identified by the white cords which they wear. Elena Adams, Diana Alvarez, Colin Baker, Victoria Bassage, Quinn Berger, Eleanor Blue, Madeline Bradbury, Edwin Caceres, Steve Chomo, Macy Clough, Caitlin Cutler, Robert Daly, Hunter Dragata, John Egan, Jordan Fisher, Seth Fisher, Cameron Fisk, Callie Fizzler, Joseph Tyler Fleming, Madison Guy, Jadalyn Guzman, J.C. Hoyt, Salvatore Longo, Elena McGovern, Morgan Papiano, Miles Pizzera, Anne-Marie Podell, Todd Richardson, Lila San Roman, Ava Scurry, Evan Seepers, Dylan Sheehan, Haley Sims, Kaylin Taylor, Samantha Twig, Juliana Valentino, Carly Vicenti, Lena Verga, Miyako Watkins, Jackson Weber, Joshua Weiner, Abigail Willoughby, and Cooper Willoughby. The following students are members of the World Language National Honor Societies. For Spanish, Diana Alvarez, Taylor Alpho, Victoria Bassage, Quinn Berger, Edwin Caceres, Steve Chomo, Kevin Cruz Cordillo, Ava D'Agostino, Robert Daly, Hunter Dragata, Jordan Fisher, Callie Fizzler, Madison Guy, Jadalyn Guzman, Miranda Hancock, J.C. Hoyt, Evelyn Jarve, Cody Juzak, Elena McGovern, Emily Miller, Nydia Miranda Rodriguez, Laurel Monteleone, Anne-Marie Podell, Lila San Roman, Ava Scurry, Evan Seepers, Dylan Sheehan, Haley Sims, Ram Kelly Singh, Kaylin Taylor, Juliana Valentino, Carly Vicenti, Lena Verga, Miyako Watkins, Rebecca Weber, Abigail Willoughby, and Cooper Willoughby. For French, Eleanor Blue and Logan MacDonald. The following students are members of the Tri-M National Music Honor Society: Eleanor Blue, Madeline Bradbury, Macy Clow, Kevin Cruz Gordillo, Miranda Frett, Aiden Hubbard, Salvatore Longo, Miles Pizzera, and Jason Roscoe. The following students are members of the International Thespian Honor Society: Colin Baker, Eleanor Blue, Naomi Candelaria, Macy Clow, Alicia Ellis, Jadalyn Guzman, Evelyn Jarve, Natalie Keene, Nydia Miranda Rodriguez, Morgan Papiano, Liliana Torby, Samantha Twig, Carly Vicenti, and Lena Verga. The following students are members of the National Dance Honor Society: Colin Baker, Edwin Caceres, Ava D'Agostino, Milana Dominguez, Alicia Ellis, Jordan Fisher, Jadalyn Guzman, Natalie Keene, Alina McGovern, Morgan Papiano, Anne-Marie Podell, Lila San Roman, and Haley Sims. The following students are members of the National Art Honor Society: Faye Abbott, Elena Adams, Colin Baker, Frankie Batista, Madeline Bradbury, Lydia Gilligan, JC Hoyt, Juliana Valentino, and Miyako Watkins. The following students are members of the Sports Medicine Honor Society: Hunter Dragata and Jackson Weber. The following students will receive, in addition to their high school diploma, a certificate of completion from the Salem County Technical High School: Carmen DeNovi, Brian Forson, James Sullivan, Oliver Balbuena Reyes, Braden Barnish, Anthony Barnum, Aubrey Cogdill, Leonard Dill, Cameron Fisk, and Miles Pizzera. From the Dance Arts Academy: Edwin Caceres, Ava D'Agostino, Milana Dominguez, Jordan Fisher, Jadalyn Guzman, Elena McGovern, Morgan Papiano, Anne-Marie Podell, Lila San Roman, and Haley Sims. From the Science and Kinesiology Academy: Hunter Dragata and Jackson Weber. From the Theater Arts Academy: Naomi Candelaria, Macy Clow, Alicia Ellis, Evelyn Jarve, Natalie Keene, Maxwell Martini, Nydia Miranda Rodriguez, Liliana Torpy, Samantha Twig, Carly Vicenti, and Lena Verga. From the Visual Arts Academy: Faye Abbott, Elena Adams, Madeline Bradbury, Lydia Gilligan, Taylor Harbison, and JC Hoyt. The following students will be recognized for earning New Jersey State Seal of Biliteracy for Spanish: Edwin Caceres, Kevin Cruz Gordillo, Jadalyn Guzman, Angel Leon Alderete, Diana Niebles Alvarez, Ram Kelly Singh, and Rebecca Weber. Would our Pittsgrove Township Board of Education President, Mrs. Susan Cushane Miranda, please join me at the podium? Mrs. Susan Cushane Miranda, at this time, I certify to you and all members of the Board of Education that the students of the Arthur P. Schalick High School class of 2026 have met or exceeded the graduation requirements as outlined by the Pittsgrove Township Board of Education and the Department of Education of our state of New Jersey. They are approved and certified to graduate. Fellow members of the Board of Education, parents, relatives, staff, and honored guests, I present the members of the class of 2026. The first diploma will be presented by Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction, Dr. Emily Berga. Lena Grace Berga. Thank you, Dr. Bergen. The next group of diplomas will be presented by Pittsgrove Township Board of Education President, Susan Cushane Miranda. Carly Marie Vicente. Naomi Anna Candelaria. JC Michelle Hoyt. Lucas Young. Asada Lydia Freeman Mora. Jamie Coggins. Milana Lynn Dominguez. Jordan Taylor Fisher. Jadalyn Guzman. Elena Nicole Adams. Madeline Vaughn Bradbury. Zach Lober. Faye Abbott. Haley Moffett. Mikey Webb. Juliana Sophia Valentino. Taylor Alfo. Liliana Ray Torpy. Evelyn Yana Jar. Thank you, Mrs. Cushane Miranda. The next group of diplomas will be presented by Pittsgrove Township Board of Education Board Member Andrea Foster. Alicia Ellis. Colin Baker. Jayla Regina Weaver. Kirsten Faith Hanstein Jackson. Taylor Harbison. Destiny Lane. Macy Clough. Miranda Hancock. Bradford Foster. Madison Guy. Emily Rose Miller. Logan Marie Zotter. Lydia Maeve Gilligan. Rebecca Weber. Paige Maria Robbins. Tristan Marie Serrano. Ariana Merritt. Natalie Angel Keene. Kaylin Marie Taylor. Callie James Fizzler. The next diploma will be presented by Supervisor of Exceptional Education, Michelle Deaver. Anthony Giovanni Deaver. Thank you, Mrs. Deaver. Ava May D'Agostino. Taylor Elizabeth Gallagher. Natalie Erin May. Diana Niebles Alvarez. Ramkelly Singh. Eric Sulik. Morgan Papiano. Abigail Grace Willoughby. Cooper Lewis Willoughby. Oliver Balbuena Reyes. Leonard Dill. Logan McDonald. Miranda Brett. Samantha Page Twig. Laurel Monteleone. Robert Valora. Nicholas Leonard. Lila Madeline San Roman. Thank you, Mrs. Foster. The next diploma will be presented by Pittsgrove Township faculty member Jennifer Podell. Anne-Marie Elizabeth Podell. Thank you, Mrs. Podell. The next diploma will be presented by Pittsgrove Township staff member Sarah Parkhurst. John Joseph Egan V. Thank you, Mrs. Parkhurst. The next group of diplomas will be presented by Pittsgrove Township Board of Education member Dr. Emily Cannon. Damian Michael Zielinski. Jackson Charles Weber. Hunter Angelo Dragata.
Yeah, Hunter!
Ethan Quillis. Jacob Daniels. Phoebe Alana Allward. Caitlin Rose Cutler. Anthony Leonard Seepers. Evan Daniel Seepers. Ava Zayan Scurry. Miyako May Watkins. Victoria Bassage. Caleb David Jenkins. Angel Leon Alderete. Jocelyn Sipke. Nydia Miranda Rodriguez. Owen Ryan Donaldson. The next diploma will be presented by Pitts Grove Township Board of Education member Patty Cushane. Wyatt Michael Cushane. Thank you, Mrs. Cushane. The next diploma will be presented by Pitts Grove Township faculty member Scott Pizzera. Miles Thomas Pizzera. Thank you, Mr. Pizzera. Kevin Cruz Gordillo. Chase Conover Riley. Cody Juzak. Destiny Faith Stewart. Lionel Zachary Coleman Arrington. Marvin James Denovi. Travis Steele Ewan. Sarah Marie Pagnanelli. Autumn Nicole Myers. Todd Robert Richardson. Nathan Hugh Humphreys. Dylan Anthony Schrader. Brian Forson. Joseph Tyler Mastro Fleming. Kyle William Latzel. Jason Andrew Roscoe. Aiden Michael Hubbard. Emma Kate O'Neill. Thank you, Dr. Cannon. The next diploma will be presented by former Pittsgrove Township Board member Jane Berger. Quinn Evelyn Berger. Thank you, Mrs. Berger. The next group of diplomas will be presented by Pittsgrove Township Board of Education member Tim Hack. Steve Andrew Chomo. Carlos Rosa. Sherrod Omar Jones Jr. Xavier James Allen. Jaden DeClerc. Connor Dane Campbell.
You did it, Kayla!
Marcus Allen Kidd. Jocelyn Michelle Kizzy. Reed Bucalo. Braden Michael Barnish. Elena Mall McGovern. Eleanor Ann Blue. Anthony Barnum. AJ Castro. Jacob Allen Carter. Michael Thomas Van Wyck. Gage Craner. Rashawn Riney. Cameron Mason Fisk. The next diploma will be presented by Director of Athletics, Douglas Bolivar. Jace Douglas Bolivar. Thank you, Mr. Bolivar. The next diploma will be presented by former Pittsgrove Township Board of Education member Donna Yeagle. James Michael Sullivan. Thank you, Mrs. Yeagle. The next diploma will be presented by Pittsgrove Township staff member Jennifer Hall. Anthony Scott Bartholetti. Thank you, Mrs. Hall. Aubrey Rose Cogdill. Maxwell Joseph Martini. Haley Ray Sims. Dylan Brian Sheehan. Colby Thomas. Ethan McFarland Arce. Robert Edward Daly Jr. Cole Ryan Hartley. Nicholas Robert Ashwell. Angelo Mark Boston. Bilal Abdel Goed. Frankie Batista. Seth Adam Fisher. Justin David Iacona Jr. Michael Stephen Nelson. The next diploma will be presented by Pittsgrove Township staff member Carrie Giacondo Wiener. Joshua Aaron Wiener. Thank you, Mrs. Wiener. Ethan DeAndre Allen McLean. Salvatore Longo. Amen. Brandon Smith. Brielle Ann Dalton. Landon Jones. Alexander Fensky. Thank you, Mr. Hack.
We're good now.
Members of the Board of Education, parents, relatives, staff, and honored guests, I present the graduates of the class of 2026.